Hey everyone, Adam Small here again from MyMusicMasterclass, and today we are here with another review. So what we have here today is Donner's new Cyclops amplifier, which is this enormous item right here. This is a 5-watt amplifier, completely digital. It has 6 guitar amp models that are built in based on famous amplifiers. It also has a built-in drum machine with 40 presets, including 10 metronome types. And it has some built-in effects up here as well, a mod, a delay, and a reverb. There are some more features on the back of this thing as well. You have a headphone out, standard 1/8 inch out, an aux in case you want to connect something to the amp to play through it, a USB-C port, and of course a power jack. But wait, there's more. This amp is also Bluetooth compatible, meaning that I can just use my phone, for instance, start playing a track that I want to jam along with, and connect my phone to this wirelessly with Bluetooth if I don't want to use the aux in. Again, you can just use the aux in if you want to do it with a cable, but if you don't, you can just use it via Bluetooth and no cables. There are also 3 different ways to power this thing on, which makes it versatile in different settings. You have the battery compartment right in the back, which takes 6 AA batteries. You have the power outlet, which I showed you before, and it can also be powered by this USB-C cable right here, which just plugs into, any USB charging outlet you have. Now that's just an overview of this amp, and we're about to get to the review and show you what this sounds like. But first we must do the disclaimer. Donner did send us this amp in exchange for this video review, but they didn't tell us to say anything specific or coach us in any way, because we are always unbiased with our reviews. There's no other reason to make a review unless it's unbiased. So we're gonna say it like it is. So you have your input jack right here, that's obvious. This is the drum machine or metronome volume, which I'll explain in a minute, but it's a separate volume for your drum machine that's built in, or the metronome. The modulation knob is the second one here, and that can switch between chorus and tremolo. You have a delay knob here, and the reverb knob here can switch between a room and a plate reverb. Here's all the different amp models based on classic amplifiers, which I will list on the screen right now. Here's the general volume, there's the tone, so treble and bass of your guitar sound. And here's your gain right there, so you can have more drive on your sound. On the front of the amp, you just have a master volume, which is, angled so you can't really see it, but it's right there. Now these 2 buttons right here under the input are drum machine buttons or metronome buttons. All right, I flattened the amp out a little bit so I can mic it up with this 57. I also have a stereo mic behind it, about 18 inches away, just to get more of a room sound. Anyway, if you press this first button, it's gonna start the drum machine. All right, so this is one pattern of the drum machine, right? Now, this is a tap tempo. See how it's flashing? I can choose the tempo. If I go like this. All right, make it faster. That's a lot, right? But that's all you do is tap it and you can find your new tempo. Slower. Okay, you get the idea. Now I can stop it with this button. Now if I want to choose another pattern, you hold this down until it turns blue, and then you press this button, and it'll go to the next one. Now you can see up here, none of these lights are on. Watch this. When I get to patch, see how this changes the number? I don't know if you can see, but it says 4 right here. Okay, now watch. I get to 9, and then this is 10, meaning it says 0 again, but 1 light is lit. So that's a new bank. Moving on, let's keep going through these. I'm just gonna go super fast. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now we're at metronomes after a bunch, so there's basically 30 drum patterns, which I'm not gonna go through all of them right now. And you have metronome settings. And again, you can just change your tempo. Slower. Let's do a fast tempo. Right, whatever you want. And there's different metronome settings too, right? So like, let's do this. There's that. Now this is like a 3-4 or just a group of 3, 3-8, whatever you want to call it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? That's 4, or group of 4. So this is a group of 5 if you want to practice in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so this is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? This should be 7, right? Yep, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. So this is like a 6-8 kind of thing. So this is a fast 7. And this is 9, like 9-8 or whatever you want to call it. I forgot to mention that this thing is also a tuner. Huh. And it can wash your car and do your laundry and pay your taxes. Well, maybe not, but it can tune. So let's try tuning. So anyway, all you do is you hold down this button, the tap tempo button, until it lights up. And these lights right here, which used to display the drum pattern or the metronome pattern in the other function, when it's in tuning function, this is sharp, flat, and the middle would be in tune. So let's try my E string. My E string, it's a little flat. Bring it up. Now it's too sharp. There we go. All right, so as many of you know, I'm primarily a bassist. That's what I've done professionally for many years. I do play a bit of guitar, but I have my friend Geoff Hartwell coming in, and he's gonna play guitar better than I do. So he's gonna do some more sounds on this amplifier. But I just wanted to play a little bit to show you kind of what's going on here. This is the amp modelers, like I said. So right now I have it, like I said, on this Fender Tweed. I have my reverb over here. You can see that, and I can change that. So let's just mess with the reverb a little and see what that sounds like. Now we're into the plate setting over here. That's like minimal. Let's go further. It's a little bit more. Now let's go higher. Let's max it out. All right, so that's a plate reverb, right? And this one was a room reverb over here. And if we max that out, it's somewhere over here. Now let's mess with the modulation over here. So at first you're gonna get like a chorus. Let's bring it up. And just hold a chord. The sharp 9 chord's fine. What a nice chord. Okay, but if we go further this way, we'll get more chorus, I think, over here. But if you keep going, you're gonna get a tremolo. You can get a really fast tremolo if you max it out like this. Which is nuts, right? Or you can just make it more mellow. Like that. Now we have a delay over here too, so let's add that in. There's 2 settings. It says warm and pure, and it switches when you get to the second, right? So let's stay in warm. We're about halfway here. Let's see. Right, and you can do anything. That's a little bit longer, right? Now we're in the pure section, so I guess it's a little cleaner. It's a longer delay here. This is as long as it gets, but you know, it's just a built-in effect on an amp, right? You don't have to have a million delay settings. right, so let's say that I'm in the practice room and I want to learn how to play in 5. Like I said before, I can change the drum machine to the metronome that has a grouping of 5, and I just did that, right? And let's say I want to change the tempo. It's a little fast. There you go. Now let's try that. Right? That works. I can also raise or lower this volume with just the drum machine. I can make it like crazy loud. It's not crazy loud, but louder than me, right? All right, so you have a lot of different amps here, and I'll just go through them super quickly so you can kind of hear the difference. Here's my main volume. The tone I'm going to keep pretty even, not bassy or trebly. My drive is over here. The more drive you get, the more distortion you have. And the main volume in the front, I'll keep pretty high, like to 8. All right, here's the second one. Here's the third one. Here's the fourth one. Keep going. This is gainier. And this is what it sounds like flat with no amplifier modeling at all. So this is bypassing that effect. You still have the reverb and the mod and all the effects up here, but no amps in. And obviously you can mix and match and do whatever you want. You can put it on a specific amp setting, mess with the EQ on your tone, add some effects, like we can take this. We already have some mod. I put some mod on this, so it's kind of like a vibrato. It's got a bit of reverb. I can even make the tone a little more trebly, and let's see what this sounds like. Okay, we're back, and thanks to Geoff for playing some cool examples and showing some of the possibilities of this amp. Now, I forgot to mention this in the beginning of the video, but this amp costs $89.99 from Amazon as of the filming of this video. So you're getting a lot of features for less than $100 in this tiny little amp here. And at the end of the day, it's really about inspiration to me. Meaning, when I'm practicing through this amp, in whatever situation I need a tiny little amp to practice with, is it inspiring to my ears and is it fun to play through? And the answer for me is yes. So for under $100, I find that this thing is a really good value for the money because it's fun to play. It makes me want to play even in strange spots, like I can go upstairs and to the couch and just play with distortion or with some vibrato. You know, the effects aren't going to have that many parameters like you'd see in a multi-effects unit, but that is not the point of this thing. The point of this thing is just to be a cool little inspiring device to help you practice. I think it does that really well, and I would totally recommend this to anyone watching this channel if they want a little cool amp to practice with. I hope this video was helpful for you, and if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, do whatever people do in the cyberverse. See you next time.